what, everything. So I was like, why the hell am I jumping out? It's ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. Even when someone like rings the bell, I'm literally like this. So yeah, that is the most annoying part. I was like, I don't go out socialising because I get too anxious, and I can't walk into a pub anymore. Like even with mates, I just don't like it. I used to be when I lived down south. I used to go to the pub karaoke all the time. But as soon as I come back here, a lot happened here, and it can affect you, and you don't realise until it's on top of you. And I was acting quite stubborn, but then I didn't realise anything was affecting me. And when I was in prison, as I already mentioned, I just want to say a lot of prisoners in there had mental health problems. I don't think they should have been in there. And the prison mental health service outreach thing, they call it in-reach because of where it is. But I met a girl who was like, came from, I think it was Leicester. She had gone in there because she's self-harming and everything. That's how they're getting sent in there. They're getting sent in there for self-harming. And I met a few girls that have had that, and they're hardly seeing any of the mental health team in there. This girl said she saw the mental health team 3 months ago, and then another girl said she went to see the mental health team, and then she came back up to art and said they don't want to see her. So yeah, it's not, even in there they got sent for that and they're not getting anything. So everywhere, and I just felt really bad for them because some of them they're sentenced to years and years. Okay, some of them are lifers and they have done some terrible things within that, but for the ones that are just like got in trouble with other people, like a bit like what I did, it's not the right place. There's people that hear voices. How is it going to help being locked up in a cell when they hear voices? It's not going to help, is it? So I'm just like, what I saw in there, I just want to share, because yeah, I am lucky the girls did look after me, but not all of them got a very nice time in there. Like I knew someone who was like transsexual and they got a horrendous time in there, and they kept moving places, but they didn't want him. Well, I don't want to insult him because he wants to be a her now, and it's always something. I don't like to insult. I do it by accident. I call them what they were rather than, but it's not like nasty. It's just like he still looks rather manly. So to me, he isn't very feminine. He is a girl in the sense of he is a girl, but he got a lot of shit there. He got told to get out and everything, but his crimes were quite bad as well, which I can't discuss. But that's why none of the girls felt safe with him. So it is quite tough in there, and I spoke to him, and then other girls started speaking to him. Well, I'm going to say him, but obviously it's her now, but it's quite difficult because you can see that they were the way they were, but you know they don't want to be the way they are then. They want to be a woman. So I got other girls to speak to him because I was quite chatty with anybody, because it doesn't matter to me whether you're gay, straight or whatever, or transsexual in his case. I don't care. It isn't an issue, and I don't know why people make it such an issue, because literally some of the people I talk to online are the nicest, most chatty people, and they come under that category. So I just... Anyway, that's not the point of the video. We're not here to talk about transgender issues in particular, but yeah, I thought that I'd make this, and for any lazy people who don't read the blog, here is it all in speech, and this will be subtitled at some point, because I know you get loads of people saying, oh, but you're not being inclusive of the people who can't here. But that's why I don't make videos, because you have to be inclusive for everything now, and it takes twice the amount of time to subtitle everything, because you know that someone's going to say that isn't accessible for somebody else. So I don't mind doing it, it's just time consuming. If I type it, then whether someone's blind or whether they're deaf, they can still read it, because the computer reads things for you now, and they can read it if they're deaf. So it's just like, it's kind of like, that's why I prefer to blog. I hate video anyway, as you can tell. I'm a bit like, oh, I'm scared. But you just have to humour yourself and be like, make fun of it like this. I'm not in camera mode today. Look at the state of my ends. And it's just like, you just have to be like really funny with like anything that you find hard, because if you don't, then it's just like, you will cry, seriously. You will just cry your eyes out, because everything will be serious to you. And why I'm here, I'm going to show you a few things that I have from my son before he was adopted. Well, pictures. This is the first Mother's Day card he made me at the foster carers. It got a bit wet, sorry. Obviously that was him just scribbling. They did the writing, but still, I've kept it. It does look a bit of a mess now though. And here's a good picture of him. Johnny. He's not called Johnny now, I know that. They changed his name. I think he's called David now, but don't quote me on that, and I probably shouldn't know. And there's a beautiful picture of when he was first born. This is us two when he was first born. And this was my son who was adopted, my only child. I really don't think I'll be having any more. Not just because of what happened to me, but I'm just not wanting to go through any of that again. It's hard, it's really hard. Mostly physically, it's hard, the whole kind of thing about having kids. It's just, if you're not ready, don't tell yourself you're ready, because you're definitely not. If you're umming and ahhing half the time, then you're not ready for a child. And that was what I was doing before I got pregnant. So when I did have him, and with all that was going on, because I had to sign my records over, and then I didn't, if I had known what was happening and I'd had experiences previously, I would not have signed my records over. And that goes to anybody. Do not, if children's services, if you got disabled, etc., if they come to visit you when you're pregnant, do not sign that piece of paper. Tell them you are not signing anything, because then they access your records, and then any case conference that they have, anything from those records can be used against you. Any negative they will pull out just like that. And if you've been in the system at all for anything, it is even more vital you do not sign that paperwork. And I cannot stress enough that if I ever did have another child, they would not be getting me signing that paperwork. And I promised them that. And I'd say that now, but I know that I'm not ready for a child yet. If I change my, then but I wouldn't, actually I probably won't, because I don't want to have the child when I'm like late 30s, because the autism thing is too great. And I don't want to put any child through what I had to go through growing up, being picked on, being told that I'm a psycho and stuff, and like people not understanding. I don't want to put a child through that, especially if I happen to have a child that's more autistic and they can't talk, etc. What's going to happen to them when I'm gone? I can't protect them forever from the horrible world that's out there, which I've already experienced myself. So yeah, I'd kind of grown up quite a lot when I had him, and for the first 2 years before I ended up in prison, I was not grown up. I just had so much pain from everything that happened, and it was even worse when I came back here, because it was just like, oh my God, memories, you see it everywhere, and it's just like, I thought I was over that. I thought I was over that, but I'm not. And I realise that now. And I'm trying not to cry. That'll be topping it off. Nearly cried. I can cover it. I smile. Everyone thinks that I'm happy, but it's not really the case. It's kind of masking, as you probably heard from other autistics. So I'm trying to cover everything in this video, and it's going to be hard to subtitle because it's now 20 minutes long, but it will be subtitled eventually, and I think YouTube has a subtitling service, so maybe cheat a little bit, but I don't know yet. This is too big for me. I lost a lot of weight, but I'm gaining it again, which annoys me, but I lost all my boobs as well. At least they're coming back. But anyway, I can't stop looking at my horrible hair. It's just so dry, and it makes me even more nervous talking on camera because I think I look like crap. I really do need to go for a haircut, but obviously I can't afford it because of benefits. I'm still waiting for the PIP appeal, and I got ESA giving me assessment next week, so I might lose more money. So yeah, all these people are driving me insane. My rent's due tomorrow, so I'm going to be really skint. So, and not just tomorrow is my rent due, but the car has to be repaired. So yeah, I'm also going to have that expense. So don't think I'm going out anywhere because literally I will have no money left. I'm using my savings to pay for the car, and that's not a lot, and they won't last forever. So I'm hoping that I get the PIP appeal soon, and there's no way I'm in any fit state to like go out and work because literally I'm so jumpy at things. I will definitely mess up in any job, and because of my record I will find it difficult for employment. People say I'm great on camera, why don't I go into the media stuff? But if you're scared to death of the camera, it's not going to be that easy, is it? I saw in time that I could be alright. I'm not wearing any makeup or anything, so I'd brave that without any makeup. But I have no more things. I don't think I have to say any more, but I just wanted to cover everything, and hello to everyone who reads my blog. And I will be blogging, like typing blogging soon. See you.